Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Tracy. Tracy. You know, although when Tracy first came into town, she annoyed the living hell out of me, right? But Tracy's an interesting character because she does have a lot of different layers. When she found, first of all, Lucy didn't even bother to tell Tracy that she was getting somebody new for the face of deception. And I'm like, you didn't bother to sit there and tell Sasha that you were pushing her out of that position. You didn't bother to sit there and tell your business partner, the one that actually has more control over the company than you, to switch over. In all reality, I'm sitting there wondering how did she actually manage to have a business in the first place? But, when Tracy found out, she was like, nah, I want it to be, one second. She was like, no, I want it to be Sasha because she's went through enough. And what does that say? Like the company just sitting and abandoned her when she at her lowest point, when she lost everything. And also, pure wise, it doesn't look good for us to sit there and just be switching faces because, she's went through some bad times. We practically just kick it to the curb. And Maxie agreed on it. Tracy was just more like, are you like a pod person or something? Because like I don't know who you are. Like she's very she's very sus of her motives. But I'm not surprised by this. Again, when you, it's the old saying, no matter how bad you have it, somebody else is going to have it a lot worse. You know, and that conversation, finding out about Gregory and his disease after treating him like garbage or just hostile for a hot minute, something changed in her a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're still going to sit there and get the same cutthroat woman that we know and love for better or worse, but it does put a lot of stuff in perspective when you find out somebody has something and it's just like, damn, like you don't even have words for it. So I think it's coming from a place, I think it's coming from a sincere place. Just like um, Lois Smith, they're telling Brook Lynn that, you know, her giving Brook Lynn the 51% is coming from a place of, it's she's being sincere about it. Of course, Brook Lynn is sus about the whole thing because he's like, yo, listen, she doesn't do anything for nothing. She blackmailed me and blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, Brook Lynn, at some point I need you to start owning this whole blackmailing thing because let's just be honest. You did your part to some extent as far as not writing the letter and everything like that. You asked her for a favor after you didn't do your part because you felt so guilty about Chase losing his job, but you couldn't be bothered because you want to make it about you. So let's not sit and try like Granny did this and Granny did that. Like, bro, Granny sat there and fixed your mistake. That's how the world works. So Lucy, Lois is thinking that she's being sincere. So we'll see. We shall see. So you got that going on. You got Dante they're trying to convince Sasha to stay, which yeah, that's not happening. And, I guess he tried. He related to her as far as like running away. Not well, yeah, in essential running away from your problems. When Dante came back, he was a mess. He had PTSD, and he didn't want to be around his old life, his old friends and stuff like that. He wanted to get far away from his stuff as possible. But Sasha was like, it's different because she doesn't really have a family anymore. And everything in Port Charles is a reminder of everything that she lost. So I mean, there's really no point to her being there anymore. Now, as much as I don't like Porsha, and I really do not like Porsha, I give her a lot of credit for sitting there facing down someone who has clearly traumatized her on so many levels at her core. Cyrus came in and he's all like, "Oh, I'm a changed man and I found religion and I want your forgiveness." And Porsha's like, "The only thing you want to sit there and get is a restraining order at this point. Like, I have, what I'm saying? Like, I want no parts of you. Like, I can't stop you from coming in the building, but I can keep you away from my, from my family." So he gets, he's with the whole Bible thumping thing, and I found God in religion, his usual stick. And towards the end, she's like, "Yo, listen, leave me alone." She walks off, she goes in the corner, and then she tears up and stuff like that. And as much as I don't like her, I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't easy to sit there and face him down um, after everything that he did. I give her a props for that. Sonny, after having a chit chat with Dex, okay, so there was one part where Sonny's getting caught up on everything. Dex is explaining everything that happens, and at the end, he's like, it was Dante that wound up saving me, and Sonny's like, "Good job." And I'm kind of just like, you generally give somebody a good pat on the back, a great job, thumbs up, when you actually win a fight. Like, do we just start giving out participation trophies? Like, when did this happen? Don't get me wrong. He and Spinelli was able to sit there and do their thing with Jocelyn and find Ava, and that's great. Ava stood in the corner. I didn't know who she was at this point. She's not there yelling and everything like that. I'm like, can you please bring back the real Ava? Dex lost a fight, and Sonny's like, I give you a pat on the back. Good job. Hey. But then, they wound up meeting Miss Wu. And, Sonny's like, so you want to explain to me how you allow Gladys to run such a tab and not bother to sit there and tell me? And, Miss Wu pretty much just kind of makes excuses and lies and everything like that. And I guess Sonny's kind of satisfied because he feels like he kind of scared her enough to keep her, in check and make sure that she keeps an eye on Cyrus. So between his people, her people, you know, um, he got the Cyrus thing covered. But Dax is just like, can you trust her? Sonny's like, yo, listen, I can trust the fact that she knows what's good for her as far as money and business. Cody, at this point, all Cody does when it comes to us, the Mac situation, which, by the way, Sam already knew about it. She pretty much kind of guessed that Cody was his father. But all he keeps doing at this point is just making up excuses why he can't, or why he doesn't want to sit there and tell Mac that he's the father, that he's his son. Which, by the way, I didn't even realize that he dropped a lawsuit. Um, Scotty was just saying that he dropped a lawsuit against the WSB for the necklace and everything like that, which I don't really know why. I don't get it. Unless it's just to drag this thing out even further. And, with GH is kind of par for the core as far as doing that. But yeah, that's all he does is sit there and make excuses why he didn't sit there and tell um, Mac that he's his son. Because we need to find a way to draw it out even longer. Mac and Kevin just pretty much catch up. It's nothing really significant happens in that scene. Scotty's there, and that's when Scotty wasn't there. Telling those two about Cody and the lawsuit that he dropped. Apparently out of nowhere. Apparently it just happened off script. Because I'm thinking in my head, I was like, whatever happened to that lawsuit? He was supposed to get like a buttload of money, and all he had to sit there and do was signed some sort of paper saying that he was Tao's son or whatever. He never did it. Um, he never really went through it, but I didn't know he just stopped the whole lawsuit in general. And of course, Cyrus comes in and approaches him, Scotty, because he still wants to use his services, and Kevin's like, and even Mac is like, listen, I preferred him just being an ambulance chaser and representing Cody, because this dude, yeah, this is a whole different level of bad. I feel like that's pretty much about it. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe. I'll be honest, if you missed this episode, you didn't really miss that much. One of the things that I really do enjoy about one of the many things I do enjoy about doing these reviews. Because I know there's some people that don't watch every episode. They'll do cliff notes and they go online, spoilers, stuff like that. I'm a person that watches it every day. I've always watched it every day, even before I started doing this. But I know some people that don't watch it every day. They'll just skip episodes and come back or whatever. And I feel like that's been the trend of GH lately. It's like you can skip a couple episodes and not really miss much. Um, Come in here, watch every now and then, go online, watch a review, get kind of caught up. Don't really miss much. Like, I mean, seriously, even in the beginning with Scotty, I mean, not Scotty, Kevin and Mac, it was like, I don't really want to happen, you know? Um, I feel like I missed something at some point, but I can't think of what it is. Anyway, if I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows. What General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born to Beautiful, and The Young Wrestler. See, if I say about just like letters, I still feel like I'm missing something. Yes, come to the live stream tonight. Since tomorrow is, as I always sit there and say, Hell Day, I'm probably going to be live streaming for an hour and a half. But come through, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to sit there and talk about all the shows. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.